Alright guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay. So let's talk about how I feel about the iPad mini 6 now after having it for almost 10 months, believe it or not. The time really goes by fast. So yeah, this is my iPad mini 6. I've had pretty much several iterations of an iPad. I actually still have my original iPad with LTE, which I don't really use it any much anymore because the battery's under 50%, I think it is, so it doesn't last very long. But it's still a form of an iPad, and it's up to the current software. But this is one of the latest iPads that they offer, and this came out in 2021, and I got it as soon as it launched, pretty much, and it was phenomenal at the beginning. I used it for recording videos on the channel. I did a lot with it, and you know that made it very exciting to use. I used it for content creation, photos, just a whole bunch of different things, lots of media consumption and gaming and things like that. So that's where this kind of came into play for me. Now the hardware on this thing, obviously it's been in a case for a while, but the hardware still looks pristine on here. You got that single camera with the microphone and LED back there. On the top here, you've got the power button with the fingerprint reader built in, 2 speakers, and the volume rocker on that side. And on the bottom here, you have Type-C and 2 more speakers. Now, powering this on here, this is the screen, and you know the screen is beautiful. I've learned to live with this size screen right here. It's a really nice screen, but after using this for a while and then comparing it to other tablet style computing devices that I have, I really like what they're doing, and I've outgrown what iPads do. iPads really don't offer much functionality with the hardware anymore. I have to put a case on this to get something out of it. I have to attach a keyboard. I have to attach a keyboard to it to get more functionality out of it. When I use it as a display port out, when I put a monitor or something on it, it doesn't display correctly. Tons of things about this that I just don't feel I'm into anymore. But the hardware is beautiful, but I've definitely outgrown all these bezels around the top of the screen, around the borders of the screen. It just looks kind of weird to me now, after using so many other devices that have a slimmer bezel, but are still close in size to this. So the screen, though, is beautiful, and I've got a video loaded up here I wanted to show, just to get you some hands-on with. And we can take a listen to these speakers, too. Alright guys, so here we are. It's a little windy out as usual. I wanted to show you the room in here. So I've got the doors open here. I've got the seats set to where I drive. So as you can see, you know, the screen is beautiful. This is a beautiful, beautiful display. Speakers are great. No complaints with that. That's never really been an issue. Again, this is a media consumption device, and I use it for gaming. So this has always been something that the iPad has done very well. No ifs, ands, or buts. It is done extremely well when it comes to what the screen offers, and you know the quality of the product. Premium feeling product, but that's about where it stops with me. I mean, this is kind of just a glorified iPhone with less functionality for me. That is now the iPhone, and here's a major con, and this is my bad. I should have gotten the cellular model. That way I can get more functionality to it, because hooking to hotspot and using this, it's okay, just not my favorite way to do things, carrying multiple things. Because if I would have gotten the cellular version, I would just leave my iPhone or iPad or just phone at home if I'm going out to do something. So not having the cellular version is a bummer to me. I should have done it, and now, you know, hey, we're past that point. But you know, seeing as though I can do so much already on my iPhone, I just think this is, and iPhones are huge now. Look at the difference. There's not much difference in size for footprint for working and getting things done on the canvas. But you know, this is a sleek product, and the size is good for an iPad. But just the software on iPads, I definitely have outgrown it, because my Surface Go 2 and then now if I had an Android device that was worthy of comparing to the iPad, I would, but I don't. So that leads me to my Microsoft Surface Go 3 or Go 2, which is a fully functioning computer. And it's funny how Apple markets this still as, you know, or a computer replacement. As a person who uses a computer every day, I don't think so. This could never replace my MacBook. This could never replace any of my Windows laptops. It just couldn't do it. But You can edit on here. It's very functional to certain people. Now, I think I feel like this because I have so many options. A lot of people don't have as many options as I have, meaning I have several laptops, and I have several other devices, and some people don't. Some people, this is what they have to create with, or this is what they have to use as their computing device, and so for them, they're going to think it's the best thing ever. And respect to that. But for me, I think I've just gotten to a point where tablets just don't impress me anymore, at least the iPads. Android tablets have so much potential, but there are no Android tablets, in my experience, that are worthy, except for my Galaxy my Galaxy Tab S7 Plus or whatever it was. That one was, because they had the pen input, that was really good. Now, this does have pen and support. I have a pen for it. But I just think this particular iPad, that's got to be what it is, because I like iPads. I would definitely take an iPad over some computers, but it just isn't ready to be a computer replacement for me just yet. And I've tried, but the most I do with my iPad is just media consumption, gaming and media consumption, checking some social media, and that's it. I do like the size, I do like the form factor, but I would have liked to have seen a bigger screen in here to take up some more of this bezel on here. Battery life is good on here. Cameras are really good. The price is too high still. You're forced to buy a 256 gig, which is what this is. It jumps from 64 gigs to 256 gigs, and still that's just a money grab for Apple. That's really all it's ever been. That's all it will ever really be with Apple when it comes to their products. Most of them. The only time I feel like it's not really a money grab is when you deal with their laptops. Their laptops are, to me, some of the best in the game for productivity and just getting things done. I really enjoy using a MacBook. Just really can't get a lot of speedy things done on Windows like I would like to, and hopefully that'll change soon, because the M1 Pro processors, the M1 processors, the M2 processors just slaughter it. So I just think probably for me, what happened, the reason I stopped liking this was probably the size after a while and not having cellular. Because my other iPad is bigger and it's cellular. It's 10.9 or 10.2 or whatever, and it's cellular. So, other than those things, man, it's a good tablet, but I wouldn't, at this point, after almost 10 months of using it, I have no interest in it anymore, but that doesn't mean it's a bad product. I've just lost interest in it because I don't really see the functionality in this like I did at the beginning. I personally really think that Microsoft has a chance to capitalize on this with the Surface lineup, because I'm currently using the Surface Go 2 and the Surface Go Laptop 3, both of which are like way better than this iPad. Now, I know the Surface Go 2 is a tablet style product that you'll tell me to really compare to this one, but it still surpasses it in functionality in just the slightest ways, even the hardware, because it has a built-in kickstand and SD card slot, simple things like that. So no, I'm not really feeling the iPad 6 anymore, and it's up for sale on Twitter already. If you haven't seen it, if you're on my Twitter, if you're not on my Twitter, it's Mr. JL Williams, but it's for sale on Twitter. Shoot me an offer, and or shoot me an offer here if you want to, and I'll get it to you. I still have all the box and everything. None of the stuff. I think the cable was open, but there it is, 256 gig Wi-Fi Starlight, mint condition. So. No more videos on the iPad 6, more than likely. But hey, this could go to a happy new owner, and it's still under warranty until end of this year, I believe, November or something like that. A few more months. It's your man Jay. Yeah, the iPad Mini was cool, but I'm over it.